This is Don Moody with HandymanReality.com of Edmonton, Alberta. I got a call to repair a ceiling, actually open a ceiling because of a leak in a lower unit. And I ended up in the mechanical room of the upper unit because the leak hasn't stopped. It's from the humidifier. Oh, how do you like my little rag trick for emptying that tray without trying to get it out? So you see the water is still running in that humidifier. It's as dumb as that. It will now slowly stop. And yeah, let me force it. See, when the float goes up, the water stops dripping. This is kind of the worst humidifier I've seen anyways, in the way of design. Really, the hot air blows under that baffle plate and blows across the water and then turns around and goes back in. I don't like it. If anything, it should have had maybe a pad across here, maybe across just this back section. And this goofy float should not be shaped like it is to cause the problem that it did. Now, one of the things you can do is just turn it off. So these goofy needle valves, you'll turn that sucker until it's all the way in. And you will not trust it even when it goes all the way in. Even though that looks like it's shut off, what I tend to do is turn it on and off a few times to make sure that it's clear of any sediment, things that might cause a 15-minute leak, meaning a drip that shows up every 15 minutes. And of course, if you really want to check, that there is a hand tighten connection. So you could just undo that puppy, and if you're not strong enough, with a pair of pliers maybe, and then you need to watch the end of that hose for 15 minutes. So I've already serviced this a little bit, so I'm aware of what's going on and how it's working and stuff. And I'm of course going to recommend to this landlord that they replace this humidifier with something much better. It seems just stupid to me. The float is probably as low as you could get it before it falls out. And the water still does not shut off. I often recommend you maybe take a pair of pliers or something to ensure that the hand-tight connection is very tight. And sometimes I even put a piece of paper way down on the floor when it's dry. And oh, look at that. A floor drain. Wasn't that useless? Considering the water went through the ceiling, down around that gas pipe, and ended up in the basement, in the ceiling there. As we can see, this tub is pretty full. I checked that float, and I know that if it has enough pressure, it will actually stop. But whether or not it's deep enough in the tray is a problem, I guess. Let's see, righty tighty, lefty loosey. We'll try and go a little further down. But this is getting, like I say, kind of stupid. That the float is not turning that water off. So, in my opinion, a completely different humidifier would be maybe more appropriate. And if you don't have softened water, then you can expect a lot of sediment. That'd be this white crud that piles up everywhere in your plumbing system. And it will cause problems, so your humidifier will need service, or at least checking a few times a year. This has been Don Moody with HandymanReality.com of Edmonton, Alberta. You have a great day now.